All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. We end the week off with a nice win. Pretty small winner. We just get a 1.2R trade in and out. Main idea and why I wanted to take such a small trade was because end of the week, just trying to secure something, and how bad this price action's been. I'm not trying to hold a runner, but anyway, I'll get into that in a minute. Last day for the Alpha Future sales, guys. If you guys want 50% off, use code LukeX50. So make sure to put the 50 at the end. So code LukeX50, and you get 50% off anything, any challenge, whether it be the advanced, the standards, or the zeros. So yeah, go check that out. Last day to end sometime tonight. So coming into the day today, I was leaning much more bullish. Reason being, okay, what did we do? First, price tapped off this daily bearish gap, came down. We had a strong bearish candle printing on the daily, swept out the previous day low, but we were respecting out of this daily bullish gap, right? So that was one thing. We were in a daily bullish fair value gap. We were also in a 4-hour bullish fair value gap. But what did we have above? Unfilled 4-hour, unfilled 4-hour, and it looks like price is going to fill this other one up here. And yeah, we had draws above, we had unfilled gaps above that were likely to get hit. Plus, if you pull from this push down here to this push back here, what did we do? We came back into OTE of this 4-hour range, right? So overnight, we obviously had a huge sell-off, and we swept out sell side. We're delivering from a 1-hour, a 4-hour, and a daily bullish gap. Now, does that really matter that we're delivering from a higher time frame gap? Not really, because the main thing that made me think that price wanted to go up rather than down is like, look at the next draw on liquidity. After this low rate here, our next main low is all the way down there. So it's like, do we really think we're going to displace lower? And if we do, yeah, we can see continuations all the way down here, but I'm favoring a move up. It just seems a lot more probable, right? So in terms of draws, what did I have marked out? I had this low right here. Then I had London high. I had this 4-hour unfilled, and then this 4-hour unfilled as my main draws. And then that was pretty much it. We had Asia high all the way up there, but that really wasn't relevant. So market opens up, and we immediately just start pushing up. Now, do I want to FOMO in longs here? No, we did have equal highs here, so I was confident, but I don't want to FOMO into longs just in case, because at this point, price could easily just manipulate, come back down, and then continue up. So I want to wait, because that happens a lot. You'll see price push up, boom, then displace back up, and then we distribute. So I wanted to wait for that, right? From there, we left these, like I said, we left these equal highs. You can kind of see it if you use the indicator. We had these equal highs right here. And now we added this high. So now we have almost like these relative equal highs with this high. Like, it's just a lot of draws higher, right? So at this point, price starts reversing. Am I going to flip automatically bearish because we got this 3-minute inversion? No. Okay. Now, why didn't I want to flip bearish here? Because again, I was still leaning bullish. I thought we were going to go higher, and I did not want to get caught in shorts. And I don't know. I just really wasn't confident in shorts at this point. Okay. So price at this point, there was actually a good opportunity for shorts, right? So if you did get in here, price pulled back into this 1 minute. If you did take this 1 minute right here, the only thing was you would have had to go for a very quick break even. You probably could have got away with a 1-to-1, like this candle right here. If you took something like this and then you targeted, you probably would have got about, yeah, you could have probably scraped about a 1-to-1 depending on your stop loss. So anyway, this was a good trade, but again, I was still overall leaning bullish. So I kind of wanted to wait. And yeah, this was also, I was thinking about taking this, but after this huge bullish push to the upside, I was just more confident in longs. So then I waited, and I seen that we had an SMT. So as you could see, NQ swept these lows. And if we look at ES never swept the lows. So we had a bullish SMT. So now it's looking to me like what I'm assuming a lot of people are doing right now are trying to short because we look bearish, but at the end of the day, I'm still bullish. We have a bullish SMT now against us, and I'm losing my confidence in shorts. Again, if you did get in the shorts up here, then you would have been fine, right? So from this point, I'm saying, okay, if we can show strong recovery back to the upside, I want a long just to these relative equal highs. That's it. So at this point, I'm looking for confirmation. I wanted to take this 2-minute CISD, but I wanted to see it close above these candles right here. So I was being a little bit picky with my entry, so I didn't take that. I think that would have been a great entry if you took this 1 minute right here. But personally, I was just being super picky, like I said, last day of the week, and I wanted to go out with a good win. I didn't want to take something, that I'd regret. And if it came out and stopped me out, right? So then we had this 3-minute gap right here. We ran through it, we inversed it, but I'm like, where do I realistically want to put my stop all the way down there? It really didn't make sense. So I was like, I'll wait for a lower time kind of continuation play. And this is where this one came up. So as you can see, price pushed up here, and then we pulled back into this 2-minute bullish fair value gap, and I believe ES also was respecting a gap at the same time. Let me just double check. I think it was a 1 minute. So ES was rejecting out of a 1 minute gap. You can see right here, NQ was respecting out of a 2 minute gap, and we both of them had the draws higher. So they're respecting a 2 minute gap, respecting a 1 minute gap, whatever. So now I'm just looking for confirmation in order to take longs. What do I want? I want displacement in IFEG, whatever. Do I get an IFEG? No. Do I get a nice strong bullish close that closes above these bodies right here? Yes. So I take the entry right there. I got filled, I think it was 84.25. I had my stop right below the 2 minute gap. So the 2 minute gap, let me just mark this out as accurate as possible, something like that. And basically I was going break even like pretty much at the same time as I was taking my TP. I got exited at 822.50. So the total trade was about only 1.23 R. And again, ideally, if we were in really good market conditions, I would have probably held to here or to here. But do I care? No, because I'm sizing in. I don't really care. And it's the last day of the week. I'm trying to catch a piece and just get out of the market. I'm not trying to hold runners. If the market was ideal, then I would have held runners, but I'm not worried about that right now, right? So once again, bullish bias coming into the day. We already swept out most of the sell side. There's really no draws lower. We're delivering out of a daily, a 4-hour, and a 1-hour bullish fair value gap. From there, we get a lower time frame SMT. You could see NQ sweeps these lows. ES never does, so I'm still confident in longs. From there, I'm picky with my entry. I wait for the 2 minute continuation off this gap. 1 minute displacement close, stop below the 2 minute, and I just targeted these highs right here. And that was it. So that's it for me, guys. Again, tons of good plays. I'm going to break down the full market tonight in the Discord where I go more in depth. But yeah, that's it for me. We'll be back at it on Monday. And yeah, code LukeX50 for the rest of the day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.